Hi everyone, thank you so much for being here for this talk today. I'm super excited to discuss leveraging technology in the med spa industry with you guys. Thanks to technology, our lives are more convenient now than ever before. Whether it's being able to call or schedule an Uber or check in mobily at the airport, I am the first to embrace technology, whether it's for personal or professional reasons. So let's talk a little bit about me. I'm the Director of Business Development at SpaDerma. We're a Chicago-based med spa with 5 locations and a 6th opening in the summer. We're a team of over 125 employees, and I oversee our headquarters, including our telehealth departments, call center, marketing, and all of our technology stack. The core of my position is really to plan and develop projects and initiatives that will ultimately grow our business. Prior to SpaDerma, I worked in business finance consulting and in sales and implementation at an HR recruitment technology company. SpaDerma was established in 2001. So when I entered the company nearly 4 years ago, there was definitely some dated technology, which is understandable. But I personally was super excited with all the different ways we could start utilizing technology to our advantage. And SpaDerma's booking software had never changed before. So at the top of my list was swapping that out. And today our foundation is run on Boulevard. So when you've been running your business for so long the same way, changing technology can be pretty scary. Who here agrees with me with that statement? Be honest. Don't lie. Okay. I agree with you. It can be really scary, but we can't let that fear completely control all of our decision makings, because in some ways that dated technology was absolutely holding us back. As I was getting my feet wet in the industry, I kept coming across the same misconceptions that I would love to touch base on today and debunk with you guys. So the first one is our booking is too complicated to be handled online. No-shows and late cancellations are a lost cause. Excellent customer service comes from FaceTime, not self-service. I will be able to find the perfect all-in-one software solution. And lastly, I'm on my own to figure everything out. I've come up with 5 A's to debunk these misconceptions and get your tech to work already. So let's hop into it. Okay, first up, our booking is too complicated to be handled online. Does anyone here already have online booking? Anyone? We have 1, 2, up high, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, good amount of people. That's awesome. So our solution for this is algorithms. Algorithms are rules that are coded in your tech platform, and they're what make online booking a reality for med spas. Let's be really real for a second. Millennials and Gen Zs do not want to talk on the phone, and frankly, they don't have a reason to nowadays. We can make our hair and nail appointments online, all of our dinner reservations. It's so silly to think that there isn't a way to meet this demographic where they are in our industry. Online booking can be highly customizable and always on for your business. You can customize timings by service, by provider, even by patient. You can tie devices to those services to prevent overbookings. You can designate scheduling orders so that hydrofacials are always booked before Botox. The sky is truly the limit here as far as what you can do. SpaDerma's online booking even warns patients of contraindications by service so that they're set up for success when they step into our spa. We're also able to upsell by suggesting add-ons by service throughout our online booking process. Currently, SpaDerma sees 25% of its appointments booked online, which has kept our call center hiring needs at bay and has created that convenience for our patients that we know that they want. Thank you so much, algorithms. Okay, second misconception. No-shows and cancellations are a lost cause. This can definitely be a hot topic, especially if you don't have the tech in place in order to uphold your policies. And that's why you probably need an all-in-one payments and scheduling software. In a world where people bail and they don't read the fine print, requesting a card on file in order to schedule their first appointment is a reasonably small request and ensures that they will take their appointments a lot more seriously than if they didn't have to provide one. Having a software where you can securely store cards on file is the first step before you start collecting them. SpaDerma didn't always have the ability to do this. So all we had when someone same day canceled or no-showed was to place a fee onto their account, and we would just cross our fingers hoping they would come back in, and the front desk would remember to even collect the fee. As you can imagine, wasn't the best system. Now SpaDerma has that ability, and we've been able to collect 80% more cancellation fees, which is a huge win for us. Also, another benefit of having these cards on file is we're able to charge patients at checkout just with the card on file. So our checkout process is that much faster, keeping our spas decongested. Compliance and transparency is really, really key here, you guys. You have to make sure that patients understand your policies, that it's crystal clear before you accept that credit card. They should understand what the purpose is of their card being on file. And so we have those policies crystal clear throughout our online booking process, in our consent forms, which patients have to sign prior to their appointments, and then also on our website. Okay, moving on. Third misconception. Excellent customer service means FaceTime, not self-service. Does anyone here actually prefer the self-checkout line at the grocery store? Raise your hands. Oh wow, that's a lot of people. Okay, maybe over 50%. I honestly just go through the one that's fastest, but that's just me. So our solution for this is automation. I think when people hear the word automation, sometimes it resonates negatively with them, but in my eyes, automation, the point of it isn't to remove the human altogether. It's to free us from the monotonous tasks that require no special brain power, but suck the times out of our day. So SpaDerma has utilized automation to our advantage in multiple different ways. At our largest location, we have 27 providers alone. That's just providers. And we're open 7 days a week. So we are fast-paced and high volume. So lines naturally form for the front desk. When I see these lines, you guys, I cringe inside. It is far from the experience I want for our patients when they come into our spa. And those lines were creating major issues for us. That reason being is patients were arriving to check in for their appointments and needing to wait in a line. So by the time they got to the front of the line and were checked in, they were late for their appointment. We now have the ability to have self-service check-in kiosks at our locations where patients, when they arrive, if there's lines, they can go to the kiosk, they can fill out outstanding forms, and then their provider is notified immediately when they've checked in. So now we've kept these lines at a minimum and our appointments are running on time now, which is incredible. We've also automated our in-house payment plans, which have been a huge selling tool for our providers. As I mentioned before, we were only able to place balances onto accounts. So at each appointment, we would rely on a human to collect or remember to collect that payment, which sometimes led to awkward conversations, honestly, and missed payments. Now we have a way of setting it and forgetting it, where patients are billed on a monthly basis automatically until that package is completely paid up, which is super awesome. Automated marketing is a must-have nowadays as we are swamped with content. So we have automated email marketing running in the background, reminding our patients to come on in. My personal favorite in the automated marketing space is Attentive. Attentive is an SMS text marketing platform where you can reach patients more directly through text. We have seen a 41 times return on investment and on average $4.90 generated per text sent through Attentive, which is pretty amazing. Next is automating your online sales. I fondly remember our days when we didn't have an online shop a little over 3 years ago, and we would run our wildly popular flash sales. The only two ways patients could purchase was either in the spa or over the phone. The adrenaline was a lot of fun, honestly, guys, because we were swamped with calls and we were making sales over the phone. but this definitely led to missed sales and frustrated patients because of long wait times. The idea was born to create an online shop where we can have our retail products, packages, and gift cards for sale. If anyone's interested, we utilize Equid, which is a pretty easy to use shopping cart plugin. Once you sign up, we pay $60 a month. You just create your products and you can embed this shopping cart platform using a bit of code into your website.
What is it called?
Equid. It's E-C-W-I-D as in dog. It's kind of an interesting name. But anyways, luckily, Equid has really, really great customer service. I leaned on them so much for help, you guys. Like, I am not a tech wizard at all by any means. But you can reach out to them for help and they will walk you through literally embedding it on your website, which is pretty awesome. In our first year of launching our online shop, we saw a 64% increase in revenue compared to our phone sales. But guys, this is just the beginning of what you can automate. If you think about like the things that take up the time in your day that are so monotonous, if you could automate them, would you? I definitely would. Okay, fourth misconception. I need to find the perfect all-in-one software solution. This is definitely an easy one to get hung up on, especially if you don't have a tech background. And our solution for this is APIs. So APIs are application programming interfaces, and they're owned by tech companies. Think of them like gateways to their software. APIs can be closed or they can be open. A closed API means that the tech company doesn't want you building off of their software. They don't want you to integrate it with something else in a special way. You have to conform to the tech platform's technology as it is. Whereas a company with an open API is generally developer friendly. It means that you can build off of it to some extent, and you might be able to tie it to different platforms in a customized way. I bet if we all went around the room right now, we described our businesses and our nuances and how we run things, we would learn that although we're in the same industry, we all run our businesses very differently, which is why finding an open API might be to your advantage, especially if you're someone like me who likes to take things into their own hands. We have accomplished many amazing things using open APIs, including our online booking. Our online booking is 100% custom using an open API and by hiring a web developer. If you go onto our website, user is going to have a totally unique experience that no one else has, which is so important in order to stand out as a brand in this exploding industry. We have also utilized open APIs to build out an integration between our electronic health record system and Boulevard. Our EHR is Dr. Chrono, and with this integration, we're able to automatically create appointments and charts for our providers for a given day, and we're able to sync patient contact information 2 ways. Prior to this integration, our providers had to manually input all of their appointments for the day before their shift, and this could take up to 30 minutes. Now they have that time back to spend in a more meaningful way. Lastly, if you have an open API, Zapier could be your new best friend. Zapier is like a middleman that connects platforms and can perform specific tasks for you depending on the platforms that you're hooking up. So in our use case, we utilize Zapier to tie Boulevard and our email marketing platform, MailChimp. With this tie, essentially, Zapier tags our patients in MailChimp based on purchases and the locations they visit in Boulevard. This helps us segment our audiences in MailChimp so that we're able to target them on a more granular basis. And our final misconception is, I'm on my own to figure everything out. Guys, this shouldn't be the case at all. You shouldn't feel this way. And that's because you should have assistance from experts. I think we can all agree that a cornerstone of a good business is having good customer service. If you're not getting that from a service you're paying for, it might be time to scrap that and go back to the drawing board because you should be getting that. It's important to know that we're not perfect at everything. Unfortunately, I wish. So knowing when you might want to hire an expert to help you accomplish the things that you need to get done is really important. We have hired multiple experts to accomplish some of the things that I've touched on today. An expert in the tech field could be a web developer, which is someone who works on websites. It could be a software engineer, which is someone who can hook up APIs, for example. Or it could be a digital marketing agency, which is someone who can consult with you on your digital marketing strategy and on your tech stack overall. Finding these experts are now more easier than ever, just through an online search. I would recommend starting at Fiverr or Upwork. These are marketplaces for finding experts like these. You can either post an ad for a project that you're looking to hire for, and then developers can apply to that. Or you can just browse available developers and reach out to them directly. This individual could be in the US or they could be outside of the US. What's really great about outsourcing, guys, is you're able to get the stuff done on an as-needed basis that you need without taking on the responsibility of that employee. And lastly, it's always great to just ask your network for referrals. And if the tech platform you're working with has an open API, they should be able to point you in the right direction. Along those same lines, as much as you need assistance, so does your team. Your tech rollouts can be a giant flop if your team isn't armed with the resources they need and the training so that they feel confident and comfortable with the new tech. At SpaDerma, we recognize that people learn in different ways. So that's why whenever we're serving new information or rolling out new technology, we serve that information in different formats. For example, we have created online courses using an app called Loom. Loom is a screen recording app that creates easy to share videos that we have taken those videos and uploaded onto Teachable. Teachable is an online learning management system where you can create easy to use courses. You can sprinkle in quizzes throughout the courses. And what's great about this is employees can take these courses on their own at their own pace. It's a really proactive approach when you are rolling out new technology to test your employees as much as possible, especially when they're not in front of those patients. So creating practice checkout scenarios, transactions is really proactive, and I'd recommend having them do these test transactions in what's called a sandbox, which is a test environment from the tech company, if they do have one. If they don't, just create fake patient profiles in the system. I'm not a print person, but plenty of people are, which is why we have printed manuals at our desks, where we try to cover as many different topics in under 100 pages. Lastly, we have a communication app that we use called Slack. Slack is full of topic-specific channels. So for example, we have a Boulevard channel. If someone has a question or an issue with Boulevard, they can just shoot their question there, and then other teammates can answer that question and provide resources. That then lives on a resource that's easily searchable later on for other employees. And when employees are SOS and the tools don't answer their question, it's really important that they have designated contacts that they can go to. Whether it's a live chat from the tech platform, or it's your account representative from the tech platform, or maybe it's internal go-to people within your company that are the experts. They need someone that they can turn to. And that's it, you guys. These are my 5 A's that I covered with you. They're algorithms, all-in-one payments and scheduling, automate, APIs, and assistance. Who has a question for me? Come on, don't go easy on me. Questions? Let's go. So you're basically saying if a patient were to go to your online booking and there's 20 availabilities open within the day, right? Yeah. Well, your software should be able to display only the best timings for that specific day. So what's really great with our software is it intuitively shows the availability that is up against another appointment. So it's trying to essentially Tetris book, and it's not going to be creating those gaps because technically there could be 20 open availabilities if you're going on the 15 minutes, but there's really only 3 or 4 that are the best bookings. So your tech platform should really be that intuitive to know to suggest those best bookings because it's optimizing your schedule. You want to try to fit in as many different appointments as possible, and ensuring it's Tetris booking is going to help you achieve that. Well, thank you so much, you guys. Seriously, just please find me afterwards. I love talking tech. I love the tough questions too, so let's connect. But thank you so much.